place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning.
Good morning, viewers, and welcome back to the Tobago Updates morning show, coming to you here live from the Port Mall in Scarborough, Tobago. I'm Julien Skeete, and in this segment, we are happy just about 7:11 a.m., and we're happy to be chatting with the British High Commission. Indeed, she has held up to her commitment. We had a virtual interview some time ago chatting on another area of focus, and today she's not here with us virtually, but she's here with us in person, and we are chatting with Chinali Patel, Head of Political, Economic and Press out of the British High Commission, and Andre Blackburn, Political and Press Officer. Good morning to you and welcome.
Good morning, Julian, and good morning, Tobago, and so happy to be here in person.
We are indeed happy to have you all here with us. So this morning, we actually talking another outstanding initiative coming out from the British High Commission. And I dare say I became knowledgeable about this through a few of my friends who would have been exposed a few years ago. So therefore, we're now about to share this information far and wide. So let's start off firstly by giving a sense of that broader view and perspective, the focus, the intent, the objective of the Chevening scholarships.
So UK Chevening Scholarship has been running for 40 years. This is the 40th year, Julian. It's a fully funded one-year master's degree in UK. And who can apply for it is anyone. There is no typical Chevening scholar. If you're passionate, you've got great ideas, you're looking for like solutions for the future, for your country, you can apply. And the application criteria, I know Andre will cover in a moment. And today we're bringing it to Tobago. We'll be at the Scarborough Library from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And we're hoping that members of the public can come and talk to us, not just about the Chevening Scholarship, but what is it like in terms of life in the UK, culturally, being in a different country, and then obviously bringing that learning back to Trinidad and Tobago.
All right, excellent. Andre, tell us a little bit about that ability to be able to qualify. What do you look for in terms of when persons apply for consideration?
Sure, Julian. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having us. So the eligibility criteria, first you have to be a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. You have to have at least 2 years work experience. We do recognize that not everyone has work experience, so we do take into consideration internships and on-the-job training. You also have to have completed all the components of an undergraduate degree program, and preferably an upper seconds degree. And you also have to apply to at least 3 eligibility university courses, postgraduate university courses in the UK to be eligible for this. But most importantly, you have to return to Trinidad and Tobago for a minimum of 2 years once your award has been completed in the UK.
All right, certainly ensuring that the island and the Caribbean region is able to benefit from the experience in terms of heading out there. Tell us a little bit about a few of what you describe of some of your successful individuals out of Trinidad and Tobago, and more specifically, even if you want to reference Tobago in relation to the Chevening Scholarship.
Please, yep.
Okay, so since the inception of the Chevening Scholarship in 1983, we've had Trinidad and Tobago has had 167 scholars across Trinidad and Tobago. We've had quite high-profile Chevening scholars, including Donna Cox, who's the Minister of Social Development, and we have a few outstanding Tobago scholars as well. Some of them will be joining us today at the information session at the library. Chinali, anything to add to that?
And also, I think the biggest advantage of the Chevening Scholarship is that you're part of an amazing alumni. There's 55,000 alumni globally, but obviously a strong alumni in Trinidad and Tobago. And what we tend to also do, Julian, is when the alumni returns, from pursuing a master's degree, they can get involved in events and initiatives at the British High Commission and broader in communities. So you're continuing that kind of, giving back element even post a master's degree.
How would you say the impact has been looking at it over the period? As I said, I've got some colleagues. I know my very good friend Cindy out there in Guyana, is a Chevening scholar, and Tioka Dove right across in Trinidad. But tell us, what would you say is that broader impact and support? Because it almost seems like when they return from this experience, they become an ambassador and they always speak and to be able to push and promote. Tell us a little bit about the experience for the persons who might be wondering, is this for me in terms of heading out to benefit from the experience?
Sure. So I think the beauty of the Chevening Scholarship is fully funded. So your tuition fees are covered. Your the degree is free. You have a living expense sort of stipend every month, which covers your rent and your living expenses. Your visa fees are waived. So basically, you get to focus on your studies. You know, you get to explore the UK culture. You get to be a part of an amazing network of 55,000 plus Chevening alumni, some of whom are, you know, heads of states or heads of governments, and you get to be a part of that.
All right, excellent. Chanali, tell me, what can persons look forward to today for those with the session that takes place from it's 9 to 3 p.m. today at the Scarborough Library?
One of the biggest learnings I think, Julian, we had is that when we do Chevening Scholarship, application process or advertising the application process, we hadn't reached out to communities as much. This is our first time in Tobago doing this outreach. So what they can expect is, what does this master's degree look like? It can be in any field, by the way. Can I just specify? It's not like you're pursuing, for example, international relations. It could be in agriculture, it could be digital creation, it could be any field. And come talk to us about that. Come talk to us about actually what does that support, like you said, looks like once you apply and you're in the UK, but also when you come back, how can you engage with the British High Commission? So any questions, any dialogue, most happy to take those questions today.
All right. Are we working with, tell us a little bit about the timelines that you may be working with in relation to, how soon, where persons might be able to access additional information online and so on.
Fantastic. So we in luck because the Chevening Scholarship window application is open now. It's going to close on the 7th of November at 7 a.m. Trinidad and Tobago time. Everything is done online. You visit www.chevening.org. You apply online and you get all the information you need on www.chevening.org.
All right. So when you get on there, there's the online application, and it gives you the wide range of areas for study that persons would look at and to be able to connect with the universities. Sometimes we like to get a little insight. I see a master's program that I might have interest in. Does it also afford that in terms of being able to select and so people can get a better idea of the details?
That's right. There's a full list of courses, postgraduate courses that you can choose from online. So all of the information is there.
All right. What does that list range about? Just about 10, hundreds? Tell me.
It's in the hundreds. We have about 150 university partnerships within the UK, and we have, from the Oxford universities to Cambridge to Bristol, top universities are part of this Chevening Scholarship.
Right. I know we say anything, and I'm very familiar with the fact that you can look at any area. But just would you want to just capture or touch on a few that you've seen over the years, persons have grasped towards or seek out opportunities in?
Fantastic. Yeah, sure. So this year we had two amazing scholars. One of them, Sasha Alexander George, she's actually going to do an MSc in digital marketing. And we had another gentleman, Jessel Brazan, who is actually going to do an MA in fashion management, just to show you the wide range of topic subjects that are covered. In the past, we've had people study law, international relations, so it's a wide, that's the beauty of the Chevening Scholarship. You're not tied to one subject area or particular subject areas. And once you have the passion, drive to be a leader in your field, we'll support you.
Excellent. There's that natural already, the excitement fit. Just to clarify again for persons, any age group, any age limits at all in terms of persons heading out?
That's right. I think, again, the beauty of the scholarship is such that we called it kind of a blind recruitment process where we don't see your age, we don't see your gender, we don't see background, education, sexual orientation. This is purely on the application merit that you go through go through the sifting and then interview process.
Excellent. Andrew, I just wanted to remind persons again, because you see, I want to ensure people recognize that this is an opportunity to be taken up out there. It's 1 year, correct?
Yes.
Right. In terms of a 1 year program, really helping to enhance that skill set. They're going to be at the Scarborough Library from 9 to 3 p.m. Just remind persons again from me, just in case you now tuned in and you are seeing the flyer on screen, courtesy the British High Commission, that is the opportunity to get involved with the Chevening Scholarship and to be able to benefit from that. I just remind us again the ability to be able to qualify for and what are the prerequisites.
Sure, thanks for the opportunity. So you must be a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago to start. You must have at least 2 years work experience or 2,800 hours, recognizing that not everyone has work experience. You must have completed all the components of an undergraduate degree program and preferably an upper second pass. And most importantly, you must return to Trinidad and Tobago for a minimum of 2 years once you've completed your studies in the UK.
Give us a little further details in terms of the alternative to work experience in terms of hours that you're referring to. What exactly does that mean?
Definitely. So in the Trinidad and Tobago context, we have on-the-job training, we have internships, we take those things into consideration. So like if you have done, 6 weeks at the UN, or if you have done 6 weeks at the THA, we'll take that into consideration because we do recognize that not everyone finds employment after their undergraduate degree.
All right. How many scholars are you looking at supporting in this year out of Trinidad and Tobago for the Chevening Scholarship?
So we're looking at 2 scholarships, but we're hoping to increase that through corporate partnerships. So as it stands, it's 2, but maybe more too. So please apply, and that gives us a chance to go for more scholarships.
And tell us about the broader picture, because I always like to put in that global perspective. I know it's 2 in Trinidad and Tobago, but you go throughout the region in terms of offerings?
We do. Actually, it's global.
Yes.
So, for example, just to give you an idea, last year alone, we had 70,000 applications globally. So there's a lot of countries having that opportunity, but it's also about, like we said, giving back.
Yes.
So I think give it a chance, give it the opportunity to apply for a master's degree in UK.
All right. Any additional information you'd like to share with our viewers and listeners about Chevening Scholarship and the British High Commission before we close this morning's interview?
Yeah, I would just do a plug to say, check us out today at the library from 9 to 3. Also for further details, we on social media, we on Facebook, British High Commission in Port of Spain on Facebook, UK in the Caribbean on Twitter and on Instagram, so you could find more information there.
All right. And Chinali, I got to touch you a little bit beyond just what you're going to capture now, giving us a sneak peek, because there seems to be always something coming, a further opportunity with regards to the British High Commission.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the key things that we will be doing come November is 16 days of activism. So look out, I'll be back on Tobago Updates to promote our ambassadors for a day. So I'm hoping the ambassadors for a day could include also Tobago youth. So that will be from the age of 11 to 18 years. So more information to follow on that.
All right, excellent. And you're talking to our viewers now. This is your camera in focus. Why is today a must attend to get the information hands-on?
I came from a very humble beginning. I wish I had the opportunity through the UK Chevening Scholarship. However, this is your opportunity to pursue a master's degree. This is open to all communities. I really like to see Tobago applications come through. So I look forward to meeting you today at the Scarborough Library from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Thank you. And enjoy the Blue Food Festival.
Are you going to be here for the weekend?
No, Julian.
All right. She's just getting a taste. Perhaps you might be able to pass through 1 or 2 of the divisions to get a feel of the competitive element. But we want to say thank you very much indeed for joining us here on set this morning of the British High Commission, speaking about the Chevening Scholarship. I want to remind you today at the Scarborough Library. They're there from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. This is your opportunity, folks, to get all the details relevant to proceeding with master's studies and, in fact, postgraduate programs.
Yes.
All right, of 1 year. So certainly it's an opportunity for fully funded. And certainly I like the aspect that you're required to come and give back to Trinidad and Tobago in terms of making your contribution here for the continued growth and development of our island. So thank you very much again for joining us here on set at the Tobago Updates morning show. And viewers, we want to remind you, in fact, I'll have Chinali and Andre join in. We've got this tagline when we're heading out to breaks. I'll start it off and we actually say it 3 times. We want to remind you, viewers, that this is your opportunity to share the live, share the live, share the live.